Okay, this video tutorial will show you how to make XY scatter plots with linear tread lines when you have multiple lines on the same graph. So what I have first is time under column A, and that will be on my x-axis. And then I have data for 3 different samples, sample 1, 2, and 3. And these I want all plotted on the Y value, but there are multiple lines there, so sometimes it can get a little confusing. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all the data that I want on my x-axis and my first line. I'm going to come to Insert, and right here is a scatter plot. And you can see I have these points plotted just fine. I want sample 2 and sample 3 plotted as well, so I'm going to hover by cell B4, and I'm just going to pull over to include all of the rest of those samples. If I would have highlighted that all at the same time, Excel would give me some funky data because it wouldn't know what I wanted X to be, but now it knows that I want X to be everything in purple and that everything in Y should be blue. Once that's finished, I can create lines by adding a chart element, going to tread line. I want a tread line based on sample 1, and then I want another tread line based on sample 2. I accidentally got rid of my sample 1 tread line. And make sure that you always choose linear tread lines. So there are my 3 connected lines. And I can also come in here. Don't forget that you always need to label your axes. This would be time. Make sure you do units. And then whatever this Y value would be, maybe that's a volume of liquid. Make sure you use your units. Maybe it's milliliters. And then underneath, if you want to add a caption, you have a couple options. After you label your x-axis, you can hit enter or return, and then you can call this figure 1 and then give it a descriptive caption underneath. You would write something that's not descriptive caption, but something that talks about your investigation, or when you would copy and paste this graph and put it into your lab report, you could always put your figure caption in the Google Doc or Word document underneath it. I hope this helps you, AP Environmental kids, and if you need any help, feel free to email me, and I'm happy to answer any more questions you have.